Hi everyone, Carole here. Thanks for joining me for this practice. You are going to love this flow and I can't wait to get started. But first, hit the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell so that you get a note every time I upload a new video. Let's get started. Everybody ready? I'd like to begin standing today. Standing at the top of your mat. I'm going to face you, but face the front of your mat. Bring your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. Nice to shut your eyes through this part of the practice. And roll your weight from side to side, from one foot to the other. Maybe forward and back into the balls of the feet, the toes, and then into the heels. Just moving around, bringing your weight around the feet, feeling them press into the mat, different places. And then even your weight out over your 2 feet. You're pressing evenly into your left and your right. Lift all 10 toes up off the mat and give them a little wiggle once they're up there. Let them come down onto the mat. Lengthen up through the thighs, through the legs. Engage the thighs, they're strong and engaged. Tailbone turn down, hip points turn up. Engage the core, lengthen the spine. Lengthen up through both sides of the waist and give your shoulders a couple of rolls. Fingertips come down towards the mat, just so you can open up across the collarbones, the tops of the shoulders. Lengthen up through the neck, the crown of the head's high. Relax the muscles in your face, in your eyes, inside your mouth. And then let's draw our hands to heart center and take 3 breaths here. Filling the body with air. Big breath in. Long, slow exhale. Squeezing all the air out of your lungs. Another big breath in, delivering it right down into your belly. Exhaling completely. Squeezing the low ribs in, pushing all the air out of your body. One more big breath in. Fill all the way up. Keep inhaling till you can't pull in any more air. And then a long, slow, controlled exhale. Returning here to a normal breath. You can softly open your eyes. And let's inhale the hands down, around, and up. As you exhale, turn your palms forward and bring your elbows till they're about shoulder height. Squeeze your elbows back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so the elbows move back a little bit. Wrists are on top of the elbows and they're both out of your peripheral vision. So when you're looking forward, you can't see them at all. Tailbones turn down. We're going to stay long in the spine. And then on your next exhale, draw the shoulder blades away from the spine to bring the elbows and the palms together. Inhale to open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So this action is really coming right from the shoulder blades. Exhale to bring them together. Inhale to open. Exhale, bring your forearms together, soften your knees, point your fingertips down to the floor, and let's take an easy forward fold. Generous bend in the knees here. You can sway Drop the crown of your head. Move easily. And then soften your knees. Rise all the way up to stand, nice and slowly, moving gently. Fingertips come up. Exhale, bring your arms back to goddess arms. Inhale, lift the rib cage, stretching through the front of the body, bringing the heart up towards the ceiling. Thumbs are pointing at your ears, chin stays tucked here. Tailbone is lengthened down towards the floor. Next inhale, bring the crown of the head high, and exhale to bring your forearms together. Inhale to open. Exhale, forearms together, point the fingertips down, and forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. I'm going to move to the front of my mat now. As you exhale, pull the neck in, forward fold, and bring your hands to the mat. Plant the palms and step your feet back to the back of the mat. On your toes or on your knees here. We're going to hold plank for a few breaths. If you're on your knees, as you're breathing, I'd like you to inhale to lift the right knee. Exhale, bring the right knee down. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, bring the left knee down. If you're on your toes, you're going to inhale to point the right toes back towards the wall behind you. And exhale to bring those toes back down. Inhale to point the left toes back behind you. And exhale to bring the toes back down. Trick here is going to be, continue breathing with this. Trick here is going to be to keeping the hips and the shoulders perfectly still and stable as you do this. Continue breathing. Tailbone's turned down. Core is engaged. Finish one more cycle. And once you've done your left toes or knees, bring both knees down onto the mat. Slide the hips back over the heels, child's pose. Big breath in, long, slow exhale. Inhale to come forward to a tabletop pose. Let's do a couple of cat-cows. Turn the tailbone up, drop the belly. Roll the heart forward, the crown of the head high. Exhale to turn the tailbone down. Pull the navel up, broaden the shoulders, drop the crown of the head. One more time each direction, stretching the front of the body. Exhale to round down. Curl your toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the right heel. And exhale, knee to nose. Round the spine, pull the knee in towards your nose, lift the back of your heart. Inhale to extend. And exhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Dropping the left knee down onto the mat. Plant the left hand and let's take an easy twist. Right fingertips come up towards the sky. Breathe easy here. Just opening up the heart. Let your right arm sort of hang heavy behind your body. Opening up the chest. As you exhale now, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Lift the left knee and walk your hands around towards the long edge of the mat. Toes you're a little pigeon-toed here. Let's just forward fold, drop the crown of your head. Lengthen through the spine. You can walk your hands back. Keep your elbows in, shoulder height. And then walk your hands out till they're underneath your shoulders. Nice flat back here. Pivot on your toes, on the balls of your feet, so your toes are pointing out, your heels are pointing in. And then bend into your knees, tracking your knees out over your toes. Sinking the hips almost as far as your knees. And then let's take a slow spinal roll up. bringing the shoulders up over the hips. Inhale the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, come back to those goddess arms. Tailbones turn down here. So the tendency can be for us to lean forward in this pose. Draw your shoulders back till they're over your hips. It might even feel like you're leaning back a little bit. And then turn the tailbone down so the core is strong and supporting the low back. Big breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hands are out of the peripheral vision. As you exhale, bring the forearms together. Inhale to open. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, squeeze across the collarbones. Inhale back to your goddess arms, and let's now squeeze the right side of the waist, bringing the right elbow down towards the right hip. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side, squeezing the left side of the waist. Let's do that one more time, coming down on the right, stretching the left side of the body. Inhale up, exhale, stretching the right side of the body. Inhale, coming up to center. Straighten your arms and your legs, coming to star pose. Drawing your hands back down through center, fingertips to the mat. And let's walk our hands around towards the long edge of the mat. Stepping the right foot back next to the left, coming back to your plank pose. You can be on your toes or on your knees here. Feel free to hold plank or lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, open the heart, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Inhale, everybody joins back in plank. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left heel floats. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, extend the left leg. As you exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, find extension. As you exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Drop the right knee down onto the mat, and let's float the left fingertips. Nice, easy twist here. Opening up through the heart, twisting the chest to the inside of the left knee. Pay attention to your neck here. Keep the neck long. You can move your chin around and find a place where it's comfortable to hold your head. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Curl your right toes under and lift the knee. Walking your hands back around to your forward fold and prasarita. Toes are in just a little bit. Heels are out. This time in this pose, see if you can bring your hands to the outside of your legs and draw them along and down. See where you can come to. Maybe holding on to your ankles or the outsides of your feet. Point your elbows up towards the ceiling and drop the crown of your head. Fingertips are going to come in underneath the shoulders. Nice flat back here. Pivot on the feet, bringing the toes out, heels in. Bend the knees, tracking the knees out over the toes. And take a slow spinal roll up, bringing the shoulders over the hips. Being sure that we're not leaning forward, bringing the chest forward. Turn the tailbone down and inhale the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands to goddess arms. And inhale, let's lift the right heel. Exhale, lower the right heel, and inhale to lift the left heel. Keeping your hips low, exhale, lower the left heel. Inhale to open both heels, lift both heels. Sink the hips. Exhale to lower both heels. Inhale, open up to our star pose, straightening both the knees and the hands. Hands come to heart center, soften your knees and walk around back to your forward lunge. Hands plant down on the mat, and let's inhale to step the left foot back. Plank pose, or lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, open the heart, cobra pose. Exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out here, move around, find whatever feels good for you. And then let's lift up high on the toes to bring the shins down onto the mat. Cross your ankles and make your way to your seat. Extend your feet out in front of you. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet are on the mat, about hip width apart. Bring your hands to your mat, facing your hips. Roll the shoulders back, roll the elbows back so they're pointing straight back at the wall behind you. And then press into the feet to lift the hips about as high as your knees. Lift the heart about as high as your shoulders. Reach your crown of your head straight back towards the wall behind you so that you're making a really nice flat back in reverse table. Press into your feet, press into your hands. Exhale to lower the hips. Extend the heels out towards the front of the mat as you bring your shoulders over the hips. Inhale, fingertips high. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, easy Dandasana here. You can find a flat back and hold on to your feet, lengthening through the spine. Couple of breaths here, just like this, really bringing your heart forward, pressing forward from your low back, thinking more about forward than about down. And then let go of your feet, let them rest on either side of your legs and round down. Shoulders are going to slide away from the spine. Nose is reaching down towards your legs. Next inhale, let's bring the shoulders up over the hips and bring your hands back behind your hips again, facing towards the front of the mat. Roll your shoulders back, puff the chest up, push the elbows back towards the wall behind you. And this time we're going to lift our hips with straight legs. Point your toes and aim to try and get your big toes down on the mat. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you, go ahead and bend your knees and take yourself into the reverse table. This is reverse plank, lifting the hips, tailbones turned down, neck is in line with the spine. See if you can get those big toes down onto the mat. Exhale, lower the hips back down onto the mat. Scoop up your knees, bring them up. Planting the feet down onto the mat. Let's take a quick shoulder stretch. Back of the hand comes into the rib cage, and then scoop the elbows to the inside of your knees. Tuck your chin around your spine and draw your knees in towards one another. Couple of breaths here. Unhook your elbows from your knees. Scoot your hips into the center of the mat and let's find our way down onto our backs. Today I want to finish out the practice in a happy baby pose. So bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can sway from side to side. And then stay here like this, holding yourself in this little ball. Or you can bring your knees out to the sides, pointing them up at your armpits. You can bring your hands underneath your thighs, Holding on there. You can, if you want, you can bring the soles of your feet to the ceiling and hold on anywhere on the outside of your legs or your pinky toes. As long as your shoulder blades and your tailbone are still down on the mat, your neck is easy and relaxed, your face is relaxed. You can reach as far up as you like your legs, and then just draw the knees further down towards the mat. One more big breath in. As you exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Bring your nose up between your knees. Make a little tiny ball. Squish yourself right up. And then let's open out to Savasana. Heels down to the far corners of the mat, palms face up. And breathe deep and easy here. Couple of moments here in Savasana. Having moved around to link the body and the mind. Allow the stillness of your body to bring your mind towards stillness as well. Peeling away the layers of thought so that you can come to yourself. For just a few minutes in this perfect state of mind to set your intentions for the day. As always, I'd like to encourage you to stay in Savasana for as long as you have time for. If you'd like to begin moving again, begin with a deep breath. Fill the body with air. Long, slow exhale. Begin to turn your wrists and your ankles, wiggle your toes and fingers. Move your head from side to side. Just begin to take easy movement through the body, bringing yourself to a full body stretch. Exhale to draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Sway from side to side. Rocking, massaging the low back. And then make your way onto your left side or your right side, whatever feels best for you. And when you're ready, you can make your way up to sit. Find a seated position that's comfortable for you and take your time getting into it. Keep your eyes shut, your chin tucked. Find your way into a comfortable pose. Lift up through the sides of your waist, roll the shoulders back and down, and then finally lift the crown of your head. Inhale the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, thumbs to the third eye, representing the union of the mind and the body. And let's hinge forward for our final pose. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please hit the like button below and send me a note in the comments letting me know what you liked about it and what you'd like to see more of in my videos. This is really the very best way that you can help support free online yoga. So I appreciate your help. Have a great day.